Welcome to my live viewer. This is a time and a space to connect to God. You get to define God how you will. The only really requirement to receive help from God is to be open to the idea that help is available. The inspiration for this channel, Bruno Groening, said that it's very simple to receive help from God. It's not always easy, but it's very simple. If we need to open ourselves, open our heart, open our minds, and then observe our body with the intention to take in all the goodness that God is sending to us. As if we were standing in the sunlight and we were drinking in the warmth of the sun. And this energy, you could call it energy, power, frequency, vibration, presence of higher power, of source, of God, whatever word you want to use for the limitless creator, the limitless source of all that is, that we can actually receive help from our source, from our maker, if you like, from our father, from our mother, from our true father and mother, the ultimate source. Many people believe in a higher power, but they don't necessarily believe that that higher power can help. What I've experienced is that higher power can do anything. I've had multiple medically impossible healings occur through this practice of being open and receiving. So right here, right now, please open yourself. But first and foremost, open yourself to the possibility. You don't have to believe what I'm saying to receive spiritual help, but you do need to be open to it. If you're completely closed to the idea that there is a higher power that can help and heal, then this isn't probably the thing for you. I wouldn't say probably, this isn't the thing for you. But if you have this much openness, that's all I had. I had this much. That's all that's required. So please open, receive. Imagine that you are a radio and that you're fine tuning your soul. Let's put it that way. Imagine that your soul is like an antenna from a radio and you're tuning in to a very specific signal. Not me. I'm certainly not God, and I'm definitely not some prophet or some guru, but to our source. So let's tune in to the wave, the current, the flow, the river that our source is constantly sending. One thing that can really help this to happen is to ask for help from a great soul who you trust. Various world religions present such great souls. Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, just a few. But maybe you're not open to any of those. I certainly wasn't. And so this very simple, humble man named Bruno Groening said that he was available to help, that he would pray for us, that he would help us to receive this power of God until we were able to do it for ourselves. So if you don't have a particular spiritual helper whom you trust, I invite you to ask this person, Bruno Groening, for help. And you can learn more about him on my website. There's links to the side and below. Bruno Groening spoke profound spiritual truths in very simple language that even a child could understand. One of the things he said is that the soul is a receiving device. Many people on the spiritual path believe in a soul, but what is the soul? What does it do? Well, one of the things it does, according to Bruno Groening, is it has this capacity to receive. The question is, what is it receiving? So right here, right now, I'm practicing, and I'm inviting you to practice, learning to receive the blessing, the power, the energy of God. Once again, this isn't coming through me. I'm just a guy. I'm right here with you. We're tuning in together. A beautiful image that comes to mind. I don't know if everyone here has seen the large-scale telescopes. There are these giant circular domes that are pointed up into the heavens. And they've got to be adjusted just at the right angle, the right degree to receive the light or to receive the radio waves, depending what type of satellite it is, what type of telescope it is. So how do we fine-tune our antenna or our satellite dish? Well, everyone's, of course, a satellite dish. Many people have seen cable satellite dishes, right? Like these little dishes with an antenna, and you point it in the right direction. So that's easy enough to do. You get up and you adjust it. But how do we adjust our soul to have it pointing in the right direction? First of all, we can ask for help. We can ask God, or we can ask our spiritual helper. Another thing we can do is listen deeply inside of ourselves. That's something that Bruno taught us to do. And if we do that, when I do that, and many other people have said the same thing, when they listen deeply inside themselves, they begin to feel a special feeling, a kind of flow or a current. So Bruno Groening said, observe your body with the intention to receive the divine blessing. Now, if your mind is going all over the place, there's many things you can do. You can play some peaceful music. I would do that right now, but I don't think it'll show up on YouTube. But you can play some peaceful music. You can observe your breath. You can repeat a short prayer, phrase, or mantra. And that's not really the technique we're doing here. That's a technique to assist the technique. That's an assistant to the main technique, which is to observe your body with the intention to receive. If anyone wants to share what they're feeling, right now I'm feeling tingling in my ankles, in my wrists. My heart chest feels open and spacious. There's some tension around my eyes. Inside my body, I just feel this deep peace and spaciousness. If you'd like to share what you're feeling or experiencing, please do. Drinking in the goodness. There's many complicated theologies and philosophies of what is God. What if God is infinite goodness, infinite love, life, harmony? I don't just mean like each of those things in a limitless quality, a limitless capacity. And through this practice of tuning in, we can tune in to those qualities, bring them into our body, but also into our life. Because as I said earlier, Bruno Groening likened the soul to a receiving device, like a satellite dish or an antenna. And sadly, most of us have the habit of receiving negative energy. Well, where does that go? It goes around our soul. It covers over the soul. It fills the body. Then it seeps out into our lives. So you could think of this practice as like a spiritual shower, washing away everything that's not harmonious, healthy, loving, good. And good is a tricky word. It can lead to judgment. My understanding of what Bruno Groening meant by good, and what Jesus meant by good, is that which is healthy and harmonious. Not so much a list of like, these things are good, these things are bad. Good, that which is nourishing, which makes life more wonderful. Bad or evil, that which harms. So we take in the divine energy to cleanse away, to have that which is not harmonious washed away. But there's a little bit more to this than just healing. Actually, there's a lot more than healing or being cleansed, though that's wonderful. There's the component of being guided by goodness. Have you ever noticed that when you're feeling good, you tend to just act good? When you're at peace, you tend to, when I'm at peace and when I feel whole and connected to God, I tend to just behave more creatively, more open, more lovingly, almost like running on automatic. When I'm in a bad mood, running on automatic, I tend to not act so harmoniously, or it's harder to. So, the ultimate goal of this practice is, of course, to be free from everything not good, but maybe more importantly, to live a life of harmony, to express this goodness, or to put it very simply, to be guided by God. Opening to the idea that nothing is impossible for God, nothing is incurable. Noticing how good it feels to be connected to God. Because isn't that what we all want? To feel good. Nicola says, peace. Thank you, Nicola. If you want to say more, what does peace feel like? Right? All day long, what are we doing? We're taking care of responsibilities and we're trying to feel good. And so this practice is about connecting to that goodness directly. It's okay to go to the beach. It's nice to go to the beach. It's okay to go do something fun to feel good. And it's also really nice just to connect to our Creator and feel good. All right, beautiful souls, going to begin to wrap up. If anyone would like to share what they experienced, please do. Beloved Maker, our beloved Source, our Father, Mother, God, our dear friend Bruno, our dear friend Christ, all true helpers, true servants of God. Please bless everyone who came here today. Please bless everyone who watches this video. Please, for this channel, please, for all the friends of Bruno Groening and all those who are seeking to share Bruno Groening and his work. Please, for all the friends of Jesus Christ and all the people who are seeking to share the message of Christ. Please, for everyone who's seeking the good in so many ways to do that. Bruno Groening once said, it doesn't matter how you connect to God, just that you connect to Him. Please, for all those who aren't seeking the good, who are currently lost, temporarily lost. For ourselves, please, determination and protection to stay on the good path, or to find our way back to the good path, depending where we are in our journey. Maybe some people here are strongly on it. Maybe some people have fallen off. Maybe some people are fighting to find their way back. Please, God, Please, Christ, for those who are fighting to find their way back, give them strength and patience and faith. For the highest healing for everyone here live now, and everyone who drops by and watches this video, the highest blessing. Please, Bruno, help us to change, grow, and learn in whatever ways we need to. All of us are here to learn. Help us to be good students and learn in the school of life. And now silently you can ask for personal requests. It could be something simple, like if you're about to take a trip or apply for a job. You can ask for God's help with everything and for everything. It's kind of a nice way to live. Let's ask for those who are near and dear to us, and that would include our animal friends, our neighbors, good relationships, harmonious relationships with our neighbors. For the cities we live in, for the states we live in, for the countries we live in, for this great divine earth, for the great turnaround in our own hearts and in all hearts, back to nature, back to God, back to the belief in the goodness of human beings. For each one of us here, recognition that God lives within us, that in our essence, we are divine creations, divine marvels, and children of God. Thank you so much to everyone who dropped by. Really appreciate your spiritual work. I wish everyone a blessed, blessed day. Take care.